Stencils should be fun and easy to use whether you're painting a round mug or a rippled pumpkin. Unfortunately, stencils only work well on flat, smooth surfaces. This video will introduce you to my stencil technique, a new way to create clean and precise paint lines on irregular shapes and surfaces. Have you ever tried to apply a stencil to an oddly shaped object? The stencil often lifts off the surface and the paint seeps under the edges. The painted lines are fuzzy and distorted because the stencil failed to do its job, and you end up with more work to tidy up those messy lines. Recently, I was working to create an airbrushed project with acrylic paint. I rolled out a layer of raw polymer clay and cut a leaf design into it with a craft knife. I found that I can adhere the clay smoothly to my surface and it stays put. I can even stretch it if necessary, or alter the design on the spot. When working on rounded surfaces, the clay won't create sharp folds or distort edges, which allow paint to seep underneath. The result with clay is remarkable. You get very predictable, clean paint lines. Here are a few ideas for making your own stencil designs. Search Google for images. Include the keyword stencil. Print the image on cardstock and cut it out with a craft knife. Place the cardstock on the clay and roll across it to transfer the image. Follow the image outline with the knife to cut the clay stencil. Use clay cutters or cookie cutters to create custom stencils. Interesting patterns can be made combining cutter shapes or using cutting blades and many household tools like knitting needles. Resist painting is made really easy with clay. Roll out tubes or thin strips of clay and drape them into designs, then paint the open areas around the clay. Clay stencils are reusable, so wrap yours in baker's paper and store it for a future project. I have personally tested clay stencils with acrylic airbrush paint on glass, wood, cardboard, plastic, metal, and uneven surfaces. The idea of marrying paint and clay in this way is new. But here's what I know so far. Clay stencils are reusable, self-adhering on many surfaces, flexible, customizable, and they offer endless options for design. Expect to see more tutorials from me using clay stencils, but for now, you can head over to my website for free painting and clay making tutorials. Visit domestic-divaonline.com.